Shockwaves ripped through Las Vegas. Rick Harrison, the iron-fisted king of Pawn Stars, stood accused of a crime that could shatter empires, stealing a priceless ring forged in the shadows of an 18th century secret society from a billionaire cloaked in mystery. The gold and silver pawn shop, his fortress of relics, teetered on the edge of ruin. Whispers of betrayal, black market deals, and a treasure buried since the American Revolution swirled like dust in the desert wind. Was this the end of Rick's reign, or a vicious plot to dethrone the auction lord? The internet roared with RickTheThief PawnStarsScandal. As a blurry video, grainy damning showed a man, maybe Rick, trading secrets in a midnight alley. Buckle up. The truth is a ghost, and we're hunting it. It was late May 2025 when the rumor struck. Social media burned. Posts flared claiming Rick Harrison had crossed a line. Not just any line, a line drawn in gold, set with a ring that gleamed with history. The ring, they said, bore the mark of a forgotten brotherhood, men who whispered rebellion in taverns while muskets waited. Valued at millions, it belonged to a billionaire, nameless, faceless, who swore he'd sent it to the pawn shop for appraisal. But the ring was gone, vanished. Stolen, they cried, by Rick himself. The story grew claws. This wasn't just a ring. It held a code etched in its band, a map to a treasure lost when the colonies broke free. Gold jewels, secrets buried deep, waiting for the bold or the damned. Some said Rick kept the ring, hid it, planned to sell it to shadow dealers who traded in whispers. Others swore he was framed a pawn in a game played by rivals who envied his crown. The pawn shop, that neon-lit cathedral of deals, became a crime scene in the public's mind. Every clip of Rick on Pawn Stars squinting at a relic was dissected. Every smirk suspect. The internet didn't wait for proof. Hashtags multiplied like roaches. RickTheThief trended venomous. PawnStarsScandal birthed memes mocking Rick's gravelly voice, his deal-making swagger. An X account, Pawn Insider, threw fuel on the fire. It posted a video, shaky dark, showing a man, broad-shouldered, bald Rick's build, handing a package to a figure in a hoodie. The alley was nameless, the deal silent. Caught red-handed, the caption read, "Views hit millions. Maud Shaw's." Comments screamed betrayal. But was it Rick? The face was a blur, the truth a shadow. Rick fired back, or so we imagine in this tale. In a staged interview conjured for drama, he sat at his desk, the pawn shop's clutter behind him. His eyes were hard, his voice a blade. 30 years I've run this place. 30 years and not a dime I didn't earn. Someone's out to bury me. They'll regret it. His fist hit the table. A pen rolled. The camera lingered, milking the moment. Fans rallied, doubters sneered. The line was drawn. What was the truth? Did Rick Harrison steal the ring that could unlock a revolution's secrets? Or was he the prey in a trap, his name dragged through the mud to kill Pawn Stars' legacy? The antique world held its breath. Reality TV fans picked sides. One thing was certain, this story, true or not, had set the desert ablaze. The night was heavy, the kind that presses on your chest. Las Vegas glowed, but the gold and silver pawn shop sat quiet, its sign flickering. Inside, Rick was alone, or so the story goes. He held the ring or didn't. No one saw, no one knew. But the rumor had legs, and it ran. It started small, a murmur on a Reddit thread, a post on X. Rick Harrison's in deep, it said. Stole a ring worth more than a shop. By morning, it was everywhere. YouTube videos sprouted their thumbnails screaming. Pawn Stars ruined TikToks, looped kids lip-syncing fake courtroom scenes. The ring became a myth, a grail, a curse. Who was this billionaire? No name, no face. Just a shadow, a voice through lawyers. They claimed the ring was sent in good faith, packed in velvet, insured for millions. It arrived, they said. Rick signed for it, or someone did. Then nothing. The billionaire raged, or so the tale spun. He vowed to sue, to expose, to destroy. His silence only fed the fire. Was he a collector, hoarding relics like dragon's gold? A politician hiding secrets in plain sight? Or a fiction, a prop in a play to ruin Rick? The ring itself was the star. Picture it, gold-heavy, warm, from centuries of touch. Its band carved with symbols, crosses, stars, a cipher no man could crack. Historians, or those playing the part, claimed it tied to the Sons of Liberty rebels, who drank to freedom and hid their plans in code. The treasure it pointed to was no trifle. Chests of coins smuggled from British ships, jewels stolen from loyalists, papers naming traitors or heroes depending on the victor. If the ring was real, it was a key. If it was stolen, it was a bomb. Rick's enemies smelled blood. Rivals in the antique trade, men with shops in Miami or New York, whispered to reporters. He's always been sharp, one said too sharp. They pointed to deals on PawnStars, the Super Bowl ring, the Civil War sword, where Rick won big. Too big, maybe. Was he cutting corners, trading in shadows? No proof but doubt was enough. The public loved a fall. They wanted their king humbled, his crown pawned for pennies. Social media was a battlefield. Fans posted clips of Rick laughing, haggling a man who knew his worth. He'd never steal, they said. He's Rick. But others weren't so sure. They shared the X video frame by frame. The man's walk, they argued, was Rick's, the jacket one he'd worn on set. The package small enough for a ring. He's guilty. They typed their words cold as slot machines. The video's source, Pawn Insider, vanished after posting. No profile, no history. A ghost or a genius. In our tale, Rick didn't flinch. He worked as always behind the counter. Customers came oblivious to the storm. A man brought a watch, a fake Rolex. Rick offered $50, no more. The man took it. Life went on, but the air was thick. Chumley Corey, the Pawn Stars crew. They sensed it, eyes on Rick waiting for a crack. He gave none. His laugh was loud, his deals sharp. But at night alone did he wonder. Did he trace the rumor's path, hunting its maker? Theories multiplied. A rival shop may be leaking lies to steal Rick's clients. A disgruntled employee fired years back seeking revenge. Or the billionaire himself, if he existed, playing a game only the rich could afford. Some said it was bigger, a syndicate, a cabal, men who traded in secrets, not just gold. They wanted the ring or its code, or both. Rick was their pawn, or their target. The truth was a maze and no one had a map. Las Vegas doesn't sleep, but it dreams. Dreams of winners, losers, and men like Rick who walk the line. The scandal wasn't just about a ring, it was about trust. Pawn Stars built an empire on it, trust in Rick's eye, his word, his handshake. If he stole, that empire fell. If he didn't, someone wanted it to. The show's fans, millions strong, watched reruns with new eyes. Every episode a clue, every deal a question. Was Rick the man they thought, or a thief in a polo shirt? The media or our pretend version circled. Tabloids ran headlines, Pawn Star or Pawn Con. Blogs dissected Rick's past, his rise, his losses, his son's death. They found nothing, but nothing wasn't news. They needed drama and the ring gave it. A podcast, Secrets of the Strip, dedicated an episode to the scandal. The host, a woman with a voice like gravel, read the X post aloud. She slowed on the words caught red-handed, let them hang. Her guest, a forensic antique expert. Another fiction claiming the ring's code could rewrite history. If Rick has it, he said he's either a villain or a fool. Rick's response in our story was pure Hemingway. He didn't tweet, didn't plead. He spoke once to a camera we invented. I'm no thief, he said. I'm a pawnbroker. I buy, I sell, I live. Someone wants my name in the dirt. They'll pay. His eyes were steel, his jaw set. He walked off back to work. The shop's bell jingled. The world kept turning, but the shadow stayed. What did it mean, this scandal? In a city of lights, truth was cheap. Anyone could spin a tail, post a video, light a fuse. Rick Harrison, a man who'd faced sharks and suckers, now faced the mob. Not a mob with pitchforks, but keyboards, screens, clicks. They judged, they condemned, they moved on. The ring, real or not, was a symbol of greed, of betrayal, of a world where no one's clean. The desert sun rose merciless. The pawn shop opened same as ever. Rick was there, or we say he was. He dusted a case, priced a guitar, turned away a fake Picasso. The scandal didn't stop him, but it marked him. Fans still came, some for deals, some to gawk. You steal that ring? A kid asked, half joking. Rick laughed short and sharp. Kid, he said, I don't steal. I negotiate. The kid left grinning, a story to tell. But the rumor lingered a stain. Who started it? No one knew. The billionaire never showed. The ring never surfaced. The X video looped, its views climbing. Pawn Insider stayed silent, a specter. Theories grew wilder. A government cover-up hiding revolutionary secrets. A reality TV stunt cooked up by producers. A prank gone too far. The truth was, a coin flipped and lost in the sand. In this tale, Rick fought back. He hired a detective with a cheap suit and sharp eyes. The man traced the rumor from X to Reddit to a server in nowhere. He found nothing, but he looked. Rick paid him cash, no receipt. The shop kept running. Chumley cracked jokes, Corey counted cash. The cameras rolled, or they would when the show returned. Life was a deal, and Rick was still dealing. What's the truth? We don't know, because we made it up. Did Rick Harrison steal a ring that could unlock a nation's secrets, or was he framed his name a target for those who hate kings? The antique world waits. The fans argue. The desert keeps its secrets. One thing's sure, this story, fake as a $3 bill, has burned its mark. You watching, what do you think? Is Rick a thief or a man wronged? Was the ring real, its code, a key to glory? Or just a lie spun to break a legend? Drop your thoughts below. Hit like, subscribe, share this tale. Tell us who's behind it, rival, billionaire, or ghost. We'll dig deeper next time in this city of dreams and dust.